So now it's time to take the two main ideas we have, and we need to vectorize this so we can continue to play with the anchor points and really customize and find out some different variations of these two main concepts we like. So the first concept was the idea of the arrow in front of the F, or part of the arm of the F. So these are the sketches I just brought over, and I just put a clipping mask on them so I can simplify that image, and we are just going to vectorize this. So sometimes you have a sketch that's perfect that you want to trace over, and in this case we wouldn't mind doing that. So what we want to do is we want to be able to have some snap to grids on, and we want to maybe even show a grid. So let's go ahead and show a grid, and then we can kind of use this to kind of create this perfect shape that we already sketched out. So in this case I'm going to get the pen tool, and I am going to, since this isn't a transparent background, I am going to just reduce the transparency a little bit. And I'm just going to simply trace. A lot of times having your snap to grid will be really important. So snap to grid. So I'll just kind of make it a little bit easier to get out our idea. Let's get our direct selection tool. Let's kind of perfect that a little bit. Let's do our arrow. And sometimes snapping to grid or using the grid may not be for your concept if you have a lot of curves and bends. Just doing it for this concept. So there's kind of a quick vectorizing process. We can eliminate our original sketch. We can flip this to a fill. We can even soften the corners on this just a tad, just a very small little bit, so it doesn't seem so harsh. So that was kind of a quick way to bring in that idea, and then we need to kind of sketch out the other characters as well. There's also something called image trace that I wanted to bring to your attention. It could be good if you have a very illustrative hand-drawn typography. I'm going to talk about image trace really quickly, just for those who really want to keep that sketchy, raw, organic feel to their logo. Let's talk about image trace for just a few minutes. So this is a hand brush typography that I did in Procreate, and I brought it in as a transparent background, so there's no background on here, it's just transparent, and you have this brush lettering. Let's say I want to do a handwritten typography for my logo, and I want to be able to vectorize this very quickly. Let's use image trace. So I have our image selected. We're going to go up to Object, Image Trace, and we're going to Make and Expand. So it's going to make an image trace, and then it's going to expand it so we could start to edit and look at the little individual anchor points it creates. Okay, so you can see when you move in that there's definitely some changes that they had to make to be able to emulate that brush lettering, and this is not perfect. Results are going to be varied, but it did its best job at hand tracing that brush look, and it looks pretty good from a distance and looks pretty good up. Just up close you can see the little bit of jagged edges, but you can always smooth that out a little bit later. But it does a good job at getting the really basics outlined for you, and it saves you a lot of time. So let's take the direct selection tool. We don't need the background box anymore. So now if you highlight all this, you can see all those little anchor points, and we can even simplify the amount of anchor points we see. If we zoom in, let's get our direct selection tool. You can see how it's created quite a bit of anchor points to create all those different jagged edges. But look how much time we saved. And there were some concessions made. We don't get to keep all that texture and grittiness, but we at least got the basic outline there. So I just wanted to demonstrate that really quickly for you for those who are doing a different type or style of logo. And let's say the hundreds and hundreds of anchor points that this image trace created, we wanted to simplify the amount of anchor points that are used to create this. Well, there's a simple way to do that. You can simplify the amount of anchor points used by going up to Object, Path, and we're going to go select Simplify. This is going to give us a little range where we can simplify. You notice how it kind of made it more smooth, and we can change this. What it's doing is it's taking the hundreds of different anchor points and trying to simplify and eliminate anchor points so that it doesn't need as many anchor points to create the shape. So this could be one way to smooth it out. So you can get it very simple or more complex. And what if we have a concept that has some really rough, chunky lettering, and it's not worth tracing because that's kind of worthless. It's not very exciting. So how do we bring this in, and how do we create kind of this simple typography? This one's going to be a little bit different. We can trace over this F, but instead of using the grid, I'm just going to toggle off the grid here and toggle off any snap to. We're just going to kind of do this with the pen tool. We're just going to trace roughly our F, try to get a rough idea of what this F will look like, just tracing it over. We can always perfect it later. But when you have kind of some characters or lettering that reminds you of another typeface or another font, sometimes it's nice to bring in what's called a base font. So we're going to bring in a base font and manipulate that to make it what we want to make it. So I'll show you an example. So this is kind of how the original, this is Quicksand typeface. And I found that this had the same thickness of my sketches. It had the same kind of idea and thickness and everything of the characters. And I wanted to retain that nice thickness. So I'm using this as a base font. And when you zoom in on this particular type of font choice, you'll notice a lot of imperfections or things that I don't think really take on the character of the simplicity of the logo I want to go for. So you'll notice how the U looks, how it has this really strange bending right here at the leg of the letter, and it also has some inconsistent thickness, so you have a lot of contrast here. So you have kind of a thinner line here and a thicker line here, so all that contrast is really making this a unique U, but not really anything I'm very excited about. I'm kind of definitely want to eliminate that, and we're going to do that by customizing this. Same thing with the X. You have this really unique flair about the character, but we want to create our own, and I want to have a little bit more of a simple kind of angle. And same thing goes for the F. You notice this really wonky, weird, how this kind of, it's a little bit thicker up here than it is down here, and it creates this almost childlike look. And I don't really want to go for a childlike look, but we can go ourselves and change the anchor point so this has that part of that character is eliminated. So we can eliminate all the imperfections that we don't want for our brand and make it our own. And this is what we're going to end up with. I'm going to do this with you for just a few minutes to kind of show you the process of how you do this. But this will be what we end up with. We would have removed the weirdness of the top of the F, and we would have changed the contrast so it's more even throughout. So you have this nice, bold, even contrast throughout all of the characters. And the X, all the strange little dips and things have been eliminated and have been made a lot smoother. This is the overlay of both. This is on the worksheet if you wanted to look at it yourself. The original is the kind of the cyan blue-green color, and the modified is black stroke outline. And you can see I also adjusted the kerning, or the spacing between each character, to make it tighter and more concise. Because before it was pretty loose and it didn't feel as connected, and just evening the spacing and bringing them tighter together, I think makes a more cohesive word, especially with the very nice, thick, bold characters. So let's do this by hand. I'll show you how I did this just for a few minutes.